And our very own Jim Smith is here with our weekend sports update. What's going on here?
Once again, it's on.
All right.
This Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Viejas Arena, the San Diego State Aztecs host what may be the biggest game in the school's history. The number 4 ranked Aztecs welcome number 7 BYU Cougars and scoring sensation Jimmy Fredette for a rematch in essentially the Mountain West Conference Championship. This is quite possibly the last confrontation between these two Mountain West powerhouses for a while. The Cougars are leaving the conference after this season to be independent. A win by the Aztecs would avenge their defeat on January 26th by these very same Cougars in Provo, Utah, and catapult these Warriors to a number 1 seed in the NCAA men's basketball tournament next month. The student body is in a frenzy for this edition of what is popularly known as the Show, where the players on the court aren't the only ones playing to win in this arena. Known for making disparaging remarks and dressing in costumes, fans are being asked by Coach Steve Fisher to refrain from any remarks that, as he states, quote, cross the line into topics that are out of bounds and distasteful, particularly making fun of one's religion, end quote. The game is sold out, but you can catch the game at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning on CBS. The NBA is running and gunning this week with trades that will tantalize the imagination and raise a few eyebrows. First was the culmination of the Carmelo Anthony saga, with Melo getting his wish and going home to the New York Knicks. He and veteran point guard Chauncey Billups joined Amari Stoudemire as the Knicks look to regain some relevancy in the league. Adding to the exodus of Western Conference All-Stars is Deron Williams. Deron was traded by the Utah Jazz to the New Jersey Nets for Devin Harris and Derek Favors, plus 2 first-round draft picks. Houston traded Shane Battier and Aaron Brooks. The Celtics traded workhorse Kendrick Perkins and spark plug Nate Robinson for Oklahoma City power forward Jeff Green and 7-footer Nenad Christie. And then there's Baron Davis. Poor Baron left the Warriors to play with Elton Brand in front of a hometown crowd. But Elton left. Injuries and conflicts with previous coach Mike Dunleavy and a decline in level of play appeared to be the legacy he would leave in LA. And then came Blake Griffin. His game seemed to be inspired by the NBA's young phenom, and then bam, he gets sent to basketball purgatory, the Cleveland Cavaliers. On a sad note, former Chicago Bear defensive back Dave Duerson died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest. Duerson had recently sent texts to relatives asking them to have his brain examined for CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. CTE is commonly associated with excessive head injuries like in boxers and now football players. The NFL is implementing standardized testing for concussion testing, says that it will not back off fines for hits it deems to be excessive. Duerson once said in an interview, quote, when people come up to me and they tell me, man, I wish I were you, I tell them in the same breath that in order to be me, you have to accept my pain. In golf this week, the WGC Match Play Championship is sizing up to be matchless of golf's biggest names. First round bye-byes included defending champion Ian Poulter, Tiger Woods, Steve Stricker, and Jim Furyk. Hitting the exit doors with his worst loss ever in this tournament was Phil Mickelson on Thursday, along with Lee Westwood. Kyle Stanley takes a 2-shot, 7-under-par lead into today's round. After finishing the season a disappointing second, the San Diego Padres embark upon another season quest for a championship. Only this year, they'll be doing it without their leader in home runs, batting average, runs scored, and RBIs, Adrian Gonzalez. Adrian was traded to the Boston Red Sox for 3 prospects and a player to be named later. The Pods' first 2 games of the spring are Sunday and Monday in Seattle. The Padres look to see what prospects they have on a winning season. And in sports around the campus, baseball is underway. Our Knights step onto the diamond to get their swings in at Southeastern tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Come on out. Also, Terrence Boyd of City College's men's basketball team was named State Athlete of the Month. He averaged 25 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 steals over a 7-game stretch in January. The team is currently second in the conference. And that's it for sports.
Thank you. I'm ready for the Aztecs game.
Oh, those tickets are out of hand, right?
Out of hand and gone, but you have tomorrow 11 in front of the TV.
Yeah, that'll be more comfortable. Thanks, James.